This is some heinous stuff. I gotta make this, like, of you. We had to have of you. The presentation, a performance, because it's true, it's not true. It's true, it's not true. It's true, it's not true. It's not for you. Okay. These motherfuckers, they're like, oh shit, it's true. The bitch started with these motherfuckers. It's true. They're like, Mirta, you can't curse. I was like, oh my God, this is the human aspect. They're like, Mirta, you look the same. I was like, yeah, but that's my mystique ability. I get to curse for a minute because I'm human. They were like, Mirta, you're always human. And shut the fuck up. They were like, I didn't think this was possible. Yes, it is. The same woman who can propose while having an intellectual conversation. They're like, Mirta. I was like, they're like, that's impossible. I was like, intellectual conversations don't happen at the entryway of your home. They're like, Mirta, you got evicted. It's not your home no more. You're right. Temporarily, I'm not even squatting. Guys, should I squat and fucking tear this bitch upside down? They were like, no, don't do that. On the one end, the other side was like, no, don't fucking do that. These people, they fucking think they own the whole town. I was like, all right, fine. We won't do that. But they're like, what about this intellectual conversation? Because you started with these motherfuckers and now we're going into politics. So are the two connected? No. But they are. They were like, yes, no, not the way you want to connect them. They're like, shit. The other side was like, oh, I know it's going. Shh. No, you don't. I'm talking to an individual and I'm on my way out to the store, and one side was like, oh my God, he's bothering her. And the other side was like, oh my God, she's bothering him. And we were both like, well, I mean, at least I was like, and then you see where we're coming from? On one side of this? Okay, cool, good talk. So anyway, we're having an intellectual conversation regarding political science, and it didn't just hit me then, it's been hitting me for years. Once I started paying attention to the news and everything going on, my argument for a long time has been, I'm not really understanding we're an administration that loses in debate, in vote as president, and rather presidency. They should be taking the aspect of their party and assisting the administration that sits at seat. So I'm not looking at it as a win or loss. I'm looking at it as, okay, it's somebody that is at the moment taking seat to legislation, to, I don't really know what else is going on. I think I just said legislation because that's all I see. I don't see nothing else. I don't see nothing else. It's not a dig at you guys. It's not a dig. They're like, Mirta, but we need the people. I was like, that's great. I have to go talk shit now. Can you guys stop invading my space? They were like, that's what we said. They're like, no, but we were here for, yeah, but you know what? This is a state. There's 50 of them, and it's a country. Okay. They're like, but we don't like the government. The government doesn't like you guys. Are you guys going to go speak to the individuals that import and export their goods in and out of the country? No, you are not. You guys don't follow standard regulation and guideline. And then we can interchange and put that in a correct order for you. That's great. I can do that myself too. I'll write it down in dummy alphabetical order, or to the intensity and emphasis in the word. I will put it into the order that makes sense. I don't need you. They're like, oh my gosh. Look, the newscasters Congress, Cat, everybody was like, oh, now she gets us. I was like, no, we're not the same. They're like, oh shit, that much is clear. Okay. Yeah. That much is clear. They're like, is she drinking? Have you guys ever taken a sip of alcohol and just pretended? They're like, but her cheeks are flushed. I just walked in almost below freezing weather, okay? They're like, nah, she's not slurring yet. I was like, really? They're like, why is her lip pulled? Like, because my jaw is fractured. They were like, oh, shit. So only somebody intelligent can figure that out? Yes. Are they lying? Yes. Are they trying to hide that they literally, they're like, oh my God, there's that word again. We have to play that in the slots or something. Well, I don't know, calculate what the word literally means. Maybe you'll win. They're like algorithms. I was like, no, that's what I said. Anyway, whatever. I'm moving on. I'm going into political science. They're like, are you going to dress respectably? I'm still going to wear hoop earrings, though. Because I'm for the earth. This is the barrier. These are the barriers of the planet for me. They're like, oh, snap. I knew she was doing that stuff. Yes. Real talk. And we're connect. Don't even get me started with why I'm wearing the hoops. They're like, oh my gosh, do you always look like this? No. They're like, oh my God, is her skin lighter? Nobody knows. They're like, I'll always be able to tell her by the North Star. You should be able to. They're beauty marks. They're not moles. Moles are raised, by the way. These are beauty marks. Beauty marks are flush with your skin. At one point in time, I had wondered. I was like, where do these come from? Guys, it's when the universe calls out to you and you answer the universe. In my opinion, they were like, that's spiritual. That's fine. We have an awakening. They're like, but you're drinking alcohol. I was like, I'm not in your community, okay? Slide. They were like, no, Mirta, that's swerve. No, I told them to slide as the next. They're like, but you're not dating them. I was like, I know. That's the point. They're like, these jokes are, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you say out of a hand and you pick up computer coding and you apply it to append child, I'm going to have to think if there's an appendage that has an issue. Because these people are threatening me in computer coding or whatever. Oh my God, that's delusional. So let's start all over again to reality. So just put that into the back of bullshit land, unless it's true. If it is true, everybody pick it up, pick me up, and I'll fuck somebody up. Okay, that's how this shit works. Okay, good. Nice, good talk. So anyway, I have a cross because I do believe that Jesus Christ existed. I do believe that, such as myself, he was a sacred and celestial being that was born among normal human life, that was subjected to crucifixion, excuse me. Jesus Lord. The major population is stupid. I apologize. They're like, Jesus, that's not nice. I know. I apologize, but you want me to be honest? Yes. They were like, oh God, is that the equivalency to do you understand? Yes. They're like, oh snap, that's kind of sexy. Yes. Okay, so anyway, the heart is due to all of the religions that to me start with Jehovah's Witness. And I will leave it there. And I know it's like some weird, crude explanation, and it's not even subliminal. I'm like shitting on the subliminal messages because, you know, a toilet is kind of circular or it's an oval, whatever. At least I made it to the porcelain seat, okay, where you're supposed to shit. I just want to let you know that's where defecation goes. Okay, great. I can do my hair and do my makeup. Don't worry, I can even do it out there, but you know, I can still look crazy sexy too, but like the right way. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I even make homeless grunge nasty look good. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. But if you bitches think I'm freaking taking it up the ass this time and bending over and whatever, you have lost your fucking minds. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you accuse me of. Prove it. Fucking prove it. And if you motherfuckers think you can frame my ass, you better hope you don't fucking hand your own ass in, okay? Hands clean. And if you think it's acceptable that I am literally, here it is again, play that jackpot, calculate the mathematical equations, hint, hint. Anyway, they're like, now we can't use that one, Murta. Yes, you can. There's plenty of them. Put that in. They were like, oh shit, that's the way we used to do it. Do it again. Anyway, moving forward. So, as I am created not to be a lab rat and you know, these people's bitches, as they so claim, and chew the hand and stand of the man across seas that has definitely progressed their countries from communist to democratic reign, we find ourselves in an idling decline, in an idling regression. Okay, great. Very good. It's almost as if you guys should not have attempted to make my titties small and let them grow. No, thank you for cancer. Fuck you on that end. Anyway, moving forward once more. These motherfuckers, they were like, that shit don't matter to you right now, chick. You just on every level of life. Anyway, pay attention. I can be at a nightclub and sit on my ass on a bar stool because I'm not even with my back against my support. Or I am, figuratively. George Bush is like, she's got it. That's right. In the time and era of the bottle, baby. They're like, Myrta, we don't know if you're trying to be, well, fuck you. I don't have to be Marilyn Monroe and get on my knees and definitely blow. But that is disrespectful. If anything, I want to sit adjacent to the White House as my celestial and sacred creation and whoop everybody's ass into the truth. You do unto me, you hurt my extension in a child, which is one child you do against your own ancestors, and not your own ancestors, but your own worship. I would call that black magic at its finest. As in, you guys all fucked yourselves into black magic. So good luck trying to rectify your guys' bullshit with yourselves. I don't need to lie to myself. As in, you did onto my daughter, not for me, against me and yourselves. Because, you know, I stem and extend. I am the extension, the descendant, the direct descendant of Jesus Christ and Cleopatra. And you motherfuckers thought to do what the fuck to me and my kid? Oh, Jesus, Lord, save them all. Cleopatra, there is no dancing these motherfuckers back into existence the right way. Trust and believe, honey. She said the cursing we didn't really have in our time because we weren't as ignorant. But back then, they used to just slash at us. They do that in this time too, honey. She said, oh, shit. Fuck. Are they not cursing and that would take the place? Maybe. Oh, Jesus, Lord, just curse that. They said, Jesus said not that one. But I'm not sure if they said it, Jesus said it, or they're just they're distorted. Whatever. Personal. It's personal. So anyway, I came across these motherfuckers stealing some high-grade shit I know does not belong in Pennsylvania. Okay? I don't mean to be ignorant, but there is in no way any of you, I mean, I might understand it. Even the military doesn't understand the full extent of what the fuck, the shit they stole. Hoo-wee, baby, hoo-wee. They were like, nah, those boxes, they're just like holograms to like project things away. Bitch, you a whole anomaly to me right now. In stupidity. They're like, Mirta, did you get evicted because you vape in there? No, because the individual who showed me the apartment and moved me in said I could. They're like, Mirta, it says on the lease you're not allowed to smoke marijuana on the property. I was like, classifications, marijuana is street, cannabis is dispensary, and they are smoking in here. You can smell it everywhere, through every building. They were like, Mirta, are you snitching? I was like, not really. I can smell it in the air, and you can say program all you want, but y'all are a pussy. So I'm gonna throw you under the bus for a hot, quick second and say, you ain't shit. Okay, I don't know why. Close your mouth. Close your fucking mouth. I'm leaving gracefully, but y'all, clean your fucking apartment, okay? Take a fucking shower. Stop fucking acting like me or the owners are over here like, you can't use the water. First of all, bitch, that shit doesn't get stored anywhere in particular, so if it is good and pure and perfect to chemistry, you better fucking clean your asses while you can. It's my point, their point, and everybody's point. But on the flip side, upside down, upside right, let me fucking put you guys back into perspective. If you nasty ass bitches and you nasty ass pipe at hiding questions jerk off into a sock, you work out in all night, all morning, after you worked and fucking nasty infect your nasty ass extension into our pussies, that is acceptable to you? They were like, oh shit, I didn't know. You didn't know your dumbasses could work out before or after you work a full shift, not to pay all our bills, God for fucking bid. A woman does her part no matter what the fuck it is. Okay, I'm not saying bend over. I'm not saying back it up. I'm saying no matter what it is, maybe she works a menial position, so the fuck what? At least her ass bring home part of the bread, okay? But don't think, okay? Bitches, you ain't stepping on me today. Neither any other day after this shit. You get me? These motherfuckers didn't understand. I was saying, okay, you want to jerk off into your sock? What the fuck is on your sock, you little bitch? Every man just went, oh shit. I gotta go fucking do my fucking laundry and make sure this shit is accurate. Yeah. Get that shit right for our pussy. Anyway. They were like, well, you douche. Well, you take a fucking antibiotic, nasty. They were like, well, we didn't well, at least we have a fucking alarm system that says, wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. We got some shit going on because he the fuck is not on top of his hygiene. They were like, oh shit, you can do what the fuck? In a proper marital holy union? Yeah. They were like, wait a minute. I said, clean your nasty ass toys out. The kids were like, oh no, Mom, we have to clean the Barbie's out. Yes, give your Barbies a bath. Don't let your fucking kids watch this shit. Okay? I'll get to my point on the latter end of this. But go clean your toys out, nasty. The men were like, no, I mean you motherfuckers. They were like, oh shit. We are so caught in this fucking argument. All the women were like, my back's against the wall. I didn't know who this one was. That's right. They're like, I thought he was cheating on me. He wasn't cheating on you with me. But if he was cheating on you with somebody else, he was cheating on you with someone else. But ask him for a polygraph. They were like, oh, it breaks trust. No, it does not. Shut the fuck up. It solidifies trust. They were like, if we do it once, do it again. Pop it up like a surprise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I purposely do? I do the yes, no, condom, hell, yes, no, maybe so trick. As in this. Not a trick like, tricks are for kids, but not literally. Don't. Literally in a cereal in a bowl with some milk. That's not subliminal. I mean, on the corner, they were like, tomato, no. They're like, shit, now I know what Cartoon Network was. We need it. We need Cartoon Network. That was not the problem. That shit made me fucking strong. You bitches are stupid. My kid's not stupid, though. That shit made her too strong in the wrong way. She needed me, though. She needed Cartoon Network. I showed her courage. I showed her fucking courage, the cowardly dog. I thought that shit would work. It must have, though. It's the people. The people are the problem. Look, some dumb bitch in the back, whether he's a man or not, was like, people, places, and things. I was like, bitch, you can make a drug in any place, with any people, with anything nowadays, apparently. So, it's just, maybe it's just nature. Or mental, or just addiction. They were like, ding, 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 and now I gotta shut the fuck up. Look, the one side was like, oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. Please the fuck do. Okay. So, they were like, Mirta, wait a minute. Bitches. Do men know they have the, not equivalency, but the indifference to yeast in ejaculation? Everybody was like, I'm here. I'm front center. What do I gotta do, Miss Ayala? Clean your toys, you dumb fucker, and don't jerk off into a fucking dirty sock. Okay, that's one end. That's one end of this argument. By the way, they fucking burned French Playboys from the beginning of its time, broke fucking porcelain plates that belonged to other countries, ruined furniture from fucking royal castles, and fucking tried to slaughter and murder me. And where they did not accomplish that, they stole technology, tore it apart for the gold, did not find it, and also fucking tore the Pentagon apart by turning the whole fucking continent into a Pentagon unfolding map of a Cleopatra hell full truth in computer programming. And that's the end of this. True or not true? Who knows?